Hello, my name is Caleb Lahey. I'm a senior studying selling and sales management at Purdue. My best fit role is outbound inside sales.
My name is Gonzalez. I'm a sophomore going into selling and sales, and my best fit is also outbound inside sales.
For this video, we'll be talking a little bit about what inside outbound sales is, the requirements for success, and some of the day-to-day activities, as well as reflecting on the professional interviews we've had with individuals in those sales roles. So basically what outbound sales is it is within a company reaching out to cold leads to generate leads and drive sales. Unlike inbound sales where customers come into a company, outbound sales and the salesperson takes the initiative to initiate contact. This role often operates within a structured environment, utilizing various communication channels such as phone calls, emails, social media, and sometimes even video conferencing to engage with potential leads. So some day-to-day activities include prospecting, researching potential clients, cold calling, emailing, qualifying leads. Once you get a hold of those potential clients, engaging in follow-up, sending emails out with some information, pipeline management with CRM systems, as well as collaborations, working closely with departments such as marketing, customer service to align with sales efforts with overall business objectives and ensure seamless customer experience. Continuous learning as well, staying updated on the industry trends, competitor offerings, and sales techniques through training sessions, webinars, and self-study to continually improve sales performance.
Some characteristics that you might need for success in this department is strong communication skills, since you're going to be calling people your whole job, most of your job. You need to have resilience and persistence, since a lot of people aren't going to accept the offer and aren't even going to pick up your call. You're going to need self-motivation, since you're not going to have a lot of people breathing down your neck telling you what to do, and a lot of it's going to be self-oriented. You're going to need time management and organization to make sure you can call the right people and get the right amount of calls you need to get in. You're going to need research skills to learn more about the people you are calling so you can better communicate with them and better sell your product. You're going to need to be able to adapt and learn, to be able to improve at your job and improve at calling and cold calling and some of the different day-to-days you might need to do. You're going to need to be efficient with technology, since you're going to be calling a lot of people and using your computer and different technology a lot. You're going to have to be good at listening skills and communication skills to satisfy your customer and to make sure that they know you care and pay attention to them. Another thing is confidence and professionalism. If they don't think you're professional, they're not going to want to buy your product. And in any job, you want to act professional and confident.
Sweet. So I would like to mention that I have personally worked in inside outbound sales the last couple years, and I can attest to a lot of these skills that are necessary to be successful at this job. I would say one thing is to be resilient and overly optimistic, especially when clients are, they don't want to talk to you on the phone. They hate cold calls. Most people don't like, getting random calls from people that they don't know. So being optimistic, even when you get hung up on or said no to, is definitely huge. Being able to smile after a situation like that is definitely a good trait to have. So I do want to tell everyone a little bit about how my professional interview went. The person I interviewed is my manager within my company, which is College Works Painting. His name is Joe Norwell. I asked him about 10 different questions. I'm not going to cover every single one of them, but I do want to cover a few of them that I felt like are pretty important. So one thing is handling rejection from potential customers. I asked him, how do you approach these instances when you get a rejection over the phone, and how can you lower the sales resistance and potentially move forward to the next step in the sales process. And one thing that he mentioned was to validate what they say, agree with what the rejection is. I totally understand, Carol. Here's what we do, and basically come up with a way, isolate the objection, and ask, if it wasn't for the money, would you feel like this could help you? Another question I asked was about researching and identifying new leads. Where do you get new leads from? Some of the things we're doing: cold outreach via email. There's a lot of different websites that you can get a whole list of different emails and just send out in abundance to see if somebody bites, as well as calling and researching different companies around the area, knocking on doors, and using past data and past phone numbers that have been reached out to in the past as well. As far as the last couple questions here: strategies for maintaining motivation. How do you sustain a high motivation throughout the workday, particularly in outbound sales, where not every phone call goes absolutely the way you want it to. Joe's strategies for maintaining motivation include setting goals, incorporating breaks for rejuvenation, reaffirming the value proposition he offers to clients, as well as taking a proactive approach, and maintaining sustained enthusiasm and energy is crucial. Standing up when you're on the phone with people, sitting down, you might sound monotone, you might sound not as energetic, and nobody wants to talk to the boring person that doesn't have energy while they're on the phone. So, if you can come off and start a call super energized and, grab their attention right off the bat, that's something that's going to benefit you in moving the sale forward. The last one that Joe talked about, or I asked Joe about, was, successfully closing difficult sales. Can you recount a challenging sales closure you managed to successfully navigate? He recommended or recounted a scenario where he adeptly addressed the client's concerns regarding cost and product suitability through active listening, tailored pitches, and collaboration with management for customized pricing. He successfully, worked with the clients and the client's reservation, ultimately securing the sale. The experience, underscored the importance of patience, adaptability, and personalized engagement in closing challenging deals. For example, one thing that I get a lot is, hey, can you just send me a quote in the mail, or just send me an email with a quote? And it's like, I'm not sure what you want yet, Carol. Do you want the cheapest price? Do you want the most, the most quality, the most bang for your buck? I'm not sure that we can even help you yet. So what I'd like to do is, schedule an appointment, a 5-minute conversation. That way we can come up with a completely customized proposal for what you're looking for. And, that way you actually have something to think about. Does that sound fair? So that's a little example of how I personally would handle something, and what Joe uses to be successful as well. So go ahead.
For my professional interview, I interviewed my brother. He is a sales representative at ADP. His name is Evan Gonzalez. He works in outbound sales. He said one of the biggest characteristics characteristics he needed for his job to start out was grit, since so many people will not answer your calls or really care in general. He said at first, being able to learn and being able to adapt is key, since you won't get much sales at the beginning of your time at your job. Also, being able to work with your coworkers and your bosses and managers is a very good asset. Being able to use your skills with groups of people can help you complete sales and help the company improve. Constantly learning and being able to improve whatever you may be learning or parts of the job will always help you. and being able to empathize with customers and being able to relate to customers is also important, to show that you care and that you know what it's like. Also, having a drive for success is very important, since it's hard to find success, since you'll be making a lot of calls and getting a lot of rejection. It is important to have a drive for that success, because if you don't, then you'll very quickly be discouraged and not want to continue and keep on just pursuing sales. And those were some of the key takeaways that I got during my professional interview.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys listening, and that is our role on Outbound Sales.
Thank you.